Most people have no idea that some major Hollywood movies are free to watch right now on YouTube. We're talking about cult classics, big studio movies, and even one film that features one of the greatest acting performances ever put on screen. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video because my top pick is a must-see movie. Let's get into it.
I'm not gonna kill you.
I said you'd try.
Starting off at number 5 is Lara Croft Tomb Raider from 2001. This action-adventure film stars Angelina Jolie as the legendary video game explorer Lara Croft, a brilliant and fearless treasure hunter who travels the world searching for powerful ancient artifacts. In the movie, Lara discovers a mysterious device called the Triangle of Light, an ancient relic that has the power to control time. And she's not the only one after it. A secret society known as the Illuminati is also trying to assemble the artifact, which leads to a race around the globe filled with traps, puzzles, and plenty of action. The movie really captures the spirit of the early Tomb Raider games with exotic locations, elaborate tombs, and some classic early 2000s blockbuster energy. One little known fact about Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie trained extensively for the role, learning martial arts and weapons handling, and she reportedly trained with instructors connected to the British SAS to prepare for the physical demands of the character. And right now, you can watch Lara Croft Tomb Raider for free on YouTube.
15%? Yeah, to set up the meat. How long have you been working with the FBI?
At number 4 is Miami Vice from 2006, directed by Michael Mann. This film stars Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx as undercover detectives Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Tubbs, who infiltrate a powerful international drug cartel in order to bring down a massive criminal operation. Unlike most action films, Miami Vice focuses heavily on atmosphere and realism. Michael Mann is known for creating incredibly immersive crime dramas like Heat and Collateral, and this movie has the same gritty, stylish feel. The film leans more into mood and tension rather than nonstop action, and its nighttime visuals and electronic soundtrack help create a very unique tone. One little known fact about Miami Vice, the movie was one of the first major Hollywood films shot largely using high-definition digital cameras, which helped give it that distinctive gritty visual style that set it apart from other crime films of the time. And surprisingly, Miami Vice is currently available free to watch on YouTube right now. There's a link in the description.
Murder! The Horseman's killed again!
The assassin is a man of flesh and blood.
Coming in at number 3 is Sleepy Hollow from 1999, directed by Tim Burton. This gothic horror film stars Johnny Depp as Ichabod Crane, a New York constable sent to the mysterious village of Sleepy Hollow to investigate a series of brutal murders that locals believe are being committed by the legendary Headless Horseman. The movie is heavily inspired by Washington Irving's classic short story, but Tim Burton adds his signature visual style with dark forests, eerie villages, and elaborate gothic set designs. Johnny Depp plays Ichabod Crane as a rational investigator trying to use science and logic to solve what may actually be a supernatural mystery. The result is a visually stunning film that mixes horror, fantasy, and detective storytelling. A little known fact about Sleepy Hollow: even though the story takes place in New York, the entire village of Sleepy Hollow is actually constructed as a massive practical set in England, complete with a full town built specifically for the movie. Sleepy Hollow is available completely free on YouTube right now. Coming in at number 2 is Wayne's World from 1992. This classic comedy stars Mike Myers and Dana Carvey as Wayne and Garth, two friends who host a wildly popular public access television show out of Wayne's basement. What started as a sketch on Saturday Night Live quickly turned into one of the most memorable comedies of the 1990s. The show follows Wayne and Garth as their show suddenly gets picked up by a slick television producer who wants to turn it into a major commercial program, something that clashes with Wayne's laid-back philosophy. The film is packed with iconic moments, but the most famous scene is easily the Bohemian Rhapsody sing-along in the car, which became one of the most recognizable scenes in comedy history. One little known fact about Wayne's World: Mike Myers actually had to fight studio executives to keep the Bohemian Rhapsody scene in the movie, because the studio initially wanted to replace it with a Guns N' Roses song instead. And right now you can watch Wayne's World completely for free on YouTube.
No matter what the others promise to do, when it comes to the showdown, they won't be there.
And now it's time for my top recommendation on this list. Number 1, 2007's There Will Be Blood. Definitely my top recommendation of the list of 5 for today. This film stars Daniel Day-Lewis as Daniel Plainview, a ruthless oil prospector who builds a massive oil empire in the early 1900s while becoming increasingly consumed by greed and ambition. Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, the movie is widely considered one of the greatest films of the 21st century, but the real highlight of the film is Daniel Day-Lewis's performance. His portrayal of Plainview is intense, complex, and completely unforgettable. The character slowly transforms from a determined entrepreneur into someone driven almost entirely by power and obsession. It's a fascinating character study and one of the most powerful performances ever put on film. One little known fact about There Will Be Blood, Daniel Day-Lewis stayed completely in character throughout the entire production, often refusing to speak to cast and crew unless he was in the voice and personality of Daniel Plainview. And right now you can watch There Will Be Blood completely for free on YouTube, along with all of the other movies on today's list. There is a link to each one of those movies in the description. If you enjoy discovering movies that you can watch completely for free, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join us here at Screen Selections. And let me know in the comments if you've discovered any great movies that have not made any of my recent list, and we'll just see about getting it put on the next one. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys in the next video.